cloud enables a whole new level of connectedness.
It changes everything we know today about the traditional IT environment. With several clicks, just from the comfort of your own office chair or home, you can actually build a virtual environment. You can scale as much as you need to. For example, during a shopping holiday season when you expect traffic to get really busy, you can plan for that in advance so you don't suffer any lag time.
We're seeing that in the healthcare world, for instance. Doctors and healthcare workers want to stay more connected to their patients, before and after their appointments in the office. Retailers want to maintain that relationship with their customers, beyond just the in-store experience. And the cloud is enabling that today. You've got that increased accessibility, from wherever you are. They've got mobile users across the country, and they're not all coming back to a single data center in a single geographic location. They're able to take advantage of the distributed nature of the cloud.
It changes everything. There's no physical servers to touch. The boundaries have completely changed.
That's an important point, because when you start moving to the cloud, you're no longer talking about a very easily defined perimeter. So many companies, even with IT groups, have a really hard time defining the scope of protection for their assets. So whether it's PCI, payment card data, whether it's protected health information, the whole key to protecting it is to understand all the systems and the network components that touch that data. And that's where you really do have to start thinking about how am I going to figure out that scope? Who am I going to turn to help me define that, and on an ongoing basis monitor and protect it?
The biggest risk is that people don't realize or recognize the differences between a physical, traditional environment and the cloud environment. So they treat them both the same. You have to understand how to configure them properly, or else you're going to be introducing risks. Also, a big misconception is that if you deploy at an infrastructure as a service cloud provider, that you don't need to worry about anything. They handle everything, but truly, they primarily just handle the physical aspects of it.
There's no doubt that the public cloud providers have made some significant strides, in the area of security and compliance. That doesn't alleviate you as the user, as the company, from the responsibility of protecting your data.
I recommend to anyone who's moving to any new technology, cloud or not, to really have a third-party advisor come in and review what types of gaps that you may have before deployment. Because if you wait until you deploy and you test out certain security controls, you are possibly opening yourself up to risk while you're going through that process. So have the plan developed in place before you even think about going to the cloud.
And I think with the cloud, we're moving to kind of the next level of being a service economy. You've got software as a service, right? So now the marketing department is going out and finding, the marketing applications they need. Sales is going out and finding the lead generation applications that they need. Some people call this shadow IT, but the fact is, every piece of the company is capable of moving more quickly because they've got access to these different services. Well, security and compliance are another pair of pieces to the puzzle. So, as you're thinking about computing as a service, infrastructure as a service, software as a service, you need to start thinking about compliance as a service and security as a service. And that allows you to really maintain focus on what you're best at, in terms of, the specifics of your business.